welcome to another episode of Talking to Myself. I'm your host, Jake Letizia, and this is the podcast where I look into a camera and I talk to myself. How's it going? How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing good. I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good because this podcast is coming out on a Monday. Now, last week, was there a podcast? No, dude. Because I was going to record it on a Monday, and then too much shit happened, dude. Too much shit happened. I didn't realize that 4th of July was last Monday. I had no recollection of it. I had no fucking idea. I'm bad at remembering holidays, and the 4th of July I'm especially bad at remembering because to me it's just a day where you eat hot dogs. It's a day where you eat hot dogs and you try and angle yourself into a position where you can see fireworks, but for the most part, you don't see shit. For the most part, you hear a couple firecrackers behind the building. That's what you do. So I forgot it was 4th of July, and then last minute, I got invited to Coney Island, and it fucking was a fun time, but it fucked up my whole day. I was going to record a podcast on 4th of July, have it out by nighttime. Reset the podcast schedule to every Monday, but instead I went to Coney Island. I fucking stayed there way too late, got drunk as shit, went on the Cyclone, then met up with my friend from LA at 11 o'clock at night and stayed out till 4, and I was fucking obliterated. That's what happened, dude. That's what fucking happened. And it was a fun day. It was a very fun day, but it did derail my schedule for productivity. And then I also filmed a sketch this week. So on Wednesday, I couldn't record. And then before I knew it, my friend from fucking Texas came in. And then I was like, you know what? I'm just going to wait till this Monday and reset the whole fucking thing. And also last week, I recorded a special bonus podcast that's coming out this week. So I missed fucking last week. But now this week, we're getting a podcast on a Monday. And we're getting one on Thursday, dude. Little bonus. So now we're fucking reset, dude. Back to Mondays. Hell yeah, bro. And now that fucking housekeeping is out of the way, or whatever you want to call that scheduling conversation I just fucking said, let's fucking talk about other things. 4th of July, bro. What do I have to say about it? Not much. Coney Island is fun. Coney Island is a weird place, but I like it. That's how I feel. That's how I feel about the 4th of July. That's how I feel about the 4th of July. It's a weird holiday that I don't care that much about. And so going to Coney Island on a day like that, it feels correct. Because Coney Island is a weird place that I don't really like that much, but also I do like it a lot. I feel that way about 4th of July. I kind of don't give a fuck about 4th of July at all, but also it's kind of fun to celebrate. And that's what Coney Island is, dude. It seems like a bad idea, but once you're there and someone who is nostalgic for it takes you on a roller coaster, suddenly you're having the time of your life. When somebody says, hey, do you want to get Nathan's at the boardwalk? And you go, sure, I guess I've had Nathan's before. And then they give you the information of, well, that's the original Nathan's from 1947 or whatever the fuck it is. You suddenly get nostalgic too. You suddenly get nostalgic for a time that you didn't exist during, and you're like, you know what? I've had this hot dog before, but I'll have it again on the boardwalk and feel like I'm doing something historic. I'm going to pretend this boardwalk is a museum while I munch on this chili dog and regret it for the rest of the day because I'm going to feel like shit. That's what Coney Island is, bro. It's a lot of bad decisions that make your body crumble, but you are having a good time. You know, it's literally you go to Coney Island and you are hurting yourself financially, physically, mentally, but there's a smile on your face and your friends are around and you're laughing a lot, you know? So it's ultimately a good time. I guess that's just most fucking celebrations in the universe. That's most of you with friends when you're an adult. Is everything you're doing when you're with friends when you're an adult is ruining you financially, physically, and mentally, but it's a good it's a good time. Anyway, I don't know. I don't have much to say about 4th of July. I had a fun time at Coney Island. It was cool to see everyone firing fireworks off at the beach. Coney Island's a weird beach. It's like, it was nice to sit on it and drink, and it's a good beach because no one gives a fuck if you drink on it. Certain beaches, you go to Long Beach in fucking, I don't even know where it is. You could take the Long Island Railroad to it. But you go to Long Beach, it's $20 to get on the beach, and then literally one time we got ticketed for having alcohol on the beach. That blows, dude. That sucks. Why are you making someone pay $20 for your beach and then policing it that aggressively? That's wild. I guess you're policing it that aggressively because you have to pay for it. But doesn't that seem weird? That seems weird to me. Wouldn't you police a free beach more because random people could go on it? No, but instead you're policing a beach that you have to fucking pay to get onto. If I have to pay to get onto a beach, let me fucking drink some beers I brought. Why are you ruining a fun time? That's why people go to Coney Island, because it's free and everyone can have a good time. That's why I liked it too. It's because all types of people were there having a great time. It was a great fucking it was a great depiction of the melting pot of America. That's what Coney Island felt like to me. It felt like the right place to be in on 4th of July because it was a perfect portrait of the melting pot of America. All types of people all together on this shitty fucking beach, paying too much for rides and trying to sell and elicit illegal things on the boardwalk. That's America, dude. That's as America as you're going to get. Fireworks illegally being blasted off, cops nearby, they don't give a fuck. You can't get any more American than that. People on the boardwalk screaming about Jesus, trying to convert other motherfuckers who don't care at all. People just pissing because the bathrooms are closed. People just pissing in the shadows against a wall. That's America, dude. Me going into the Nathan's bathroom because I didn't want to piss outside, and and somebody saying like, "Oh, you should have just pissed your pants." And then I was like, "I tried to piss my pants, dude. I couldn't do it." And some random woman laughing and talking to me about me pissing my pants is a bit. Just some random fucking older black woman was like, "You should have pissed your fucking pants, you motherfucker." And I was like, "Dude, I should have pissed it." And she was cracking up. That's America, dude. Just wild weirdness. And it felt good to be in Coney Island doing that. Anyway, I'm wearing this shirt because I'm desperately in need of doing laundry. I desperately need to do my fucking laundry, so I've gotten down to the V-neck. I own one V-neck shirt, and I only ever wear it when there's nothing else to wear. Not that there's anything wrong with V-necks. I just think this shirt's fine, you know? Honestly, I thought this shirt was good. I like this shirt a lot. And then one of my friends was like, it doesn't fit you that well. And I'm like, yeah, but now that I've gained some weight, it fits me perfectly. I've realized that. All the shirts that fit me well, I don't like anymore because I've gained some weight. You know? They're just a reminder that I am grosser than I would like to be. And that's why I don't like buying shirts that fit well. Because at a certain point, you have to be confronted with your poor eating decisions, you know? You have to be confronted with the fact that you just ate McDonald's again when you put on a tight shirt that shows the new belly that's forming because you can't have any self-control. I don't want to do that, dude. I just want to wear a baggy ass shirt where my face still looks relatively thin and I can pretend like I'm 170 pounds, dude. That's the life I would like to lead. That's the life I can lead in this shirt. This V-neck, my face looks thin enough, and the rest of my body, you can't really tell. There's enough waves and fucking breeze in this shirt where you can't really see the belly that is forming. I gotta lose some weight, dude. I just keep thinking that. I keep saying I gotta lose some weight to people in the hopes that they will agree, and they won't agree, and it's bugging me. It's bugging me. I'm looking at myself. I'm like, damn, dude, I could lose some weight and nobody will agree with me, but I know they agree with me. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, no one will say it out loud, but I know they think it in their head. I'm going to lose some weight, and I swear to God, if motherfuckers say to me, hey, man, you're looking good, I'm going to be like, why did you lie 2 months ago? Why didn't you fucking fess up 2 months ago? When I brought it up to you on a silver platter, when I fucking teed you up perfectly to say, yeah, man, you should lose some weight, why didn't you say it? Why did you wait till this moment when I've already lost it to finally fucking tell me the truth? Also, I'm teeing you up. I'm saying that I look a little fatter because I know that people might be thinking it, and you don't want to just say that to somebody. You don't want to just say to a motherfucker, hey, you look heavier than you were before. So I'm trying to give a safe space to insult me to my face, you know? And that was a rhyme, and sometimes you got to rhyme. Sometimes you sound like an asshole rhyming, but sometimes you just got to fucking do it. Let me listen to the audio and make sure it sounds fine. Hello, how's it going? Yes, this seems to be okay. Damn, that'd be so fucked up if this whole thing sounded shitty again. I'm so paranoid of that happening again. I hope it fucking doesn't. Anyway, this week was fun, man. I went to Six Flags with my friend from LA. It was his first time ever being there. So it was cool to have him go on. It was my friend from LA's first time, who was visiting, but then another friend of mine who was also from LA, who now lives here. I didn't realize that it was also his first time on Kingdaka. It was his first time on Kingdaka, but every ride in the park because they've never been to it. And it was fun. It was fun to be at the park with people who've never been there before. Because then you get to enjoy their excitement and their surprise and their, you get to, it's an experience to go on a fucking new roller coaster. Especially Kingdaka, especially Six Flags Great Adventure. Because they got the biggest motherfucking rides. They got the biggest wooden coaster in the world. They got the biggest goddamn literal metal roller coaster in the fucking world. So, you're taking people to rides and experiences that they'll never forget, and you get to share that with them, and it's a fun time. And also, I haven't done that. I haven't been to Six Flags in years, and I haven't been to the park with somebody else for the first time in probably fucking 7 years, 8 years. It was fun going to the park. It was fun, but it was a weird thing because since I haven't been there in 6 years, I was like very aware of the 6 years that have happened to me. I'm very aware. I was immediately confronted with the wear and tear of my own body. It's a lot like the shirt. Going to Six Flags is a lot like it's like buying a fitted shirt. 3 years later, that fitted shirt is gonna confront you with the bad eating decisions, and Six Flags 6 years later is gonna confront you with the amount you fucking drank. Your fucking brain is gonna hurt so bad, and you're gonna be like really confronted with the fact that you should not have drank as much as you did. When roller coasters make you feel like you're having a fucking full-blown hangover, you realize it's time to be a little bit healthier in your life. I was getting off rides being like, I don't remember being this thrown off, I don't remember quite feeling like my brain was being this rattled when I was 24 years old. Or 23 years old. I think the last time I was there was 23. When I was 23, I was getting off El Toro being like, that was nothing, let's go again. This time around, 29 years old, I'm getting off El Toro, I'm getting on El Toro, I'm on the ride, I'm on the fucking first drop, and I'm in my brain going, I just gotta survive this thing. When I was 23, I was like, let's see how many times I can go on this thing. At 29, I'm going on it once, thinking, I just can't die. Just don't die right now. I was on Kingdaka alone. I was like, don't fucking be the dude who dies alone in the front of this coaster right now. Bro, Kingdaka, dude, what a fucking crazy ride. Kingdaka, when I first started going to Six Flags, Kingdaka didn't exist. And then one year they added Kingdaka and El Toro. And El Toro you could get on pretty soon after they made it. But Kingdaka had like a 3-year window. At least this is my memory. A 3-year window where you could not get on the fucking thing. Kingdaka was the PlayStation 5 of roller coasters. You know what I'm saying? PS5s you fucking can't get a hold of right now, and nobody really has a good reason why. People say a chip shortage. People say fucking the warehouses are burnt down. Whatever. Whenever I say, why can't you get a PS5, someone gives a reason, but it doesn't sound like it makes any sense. Do you know what I'm saying? It sounds like a bullshit thing. And I feel like the same thing with Kingdaka. Every year you would go to it and it would be closed down, and every single time they would give a reason that seemed like you were like, is that really even... How is that possible? Like, people would be like, it's windy. And you'd be like, they didn't account for it being windy when they made this ride? What are you talking about? How fragile is this ride if the wind is going to close it down permanently for a week? Like, maybe you should fucking rebuild this thing, you know? And that's what it was. That's what it was for 3 years. If it rained, if it drizzled even a little bit, ride was shut down because they didn't want to take any risk. They didn't want any casualties on their new fucking ride, which I get, which I understand. But at the same time, I'm going to ride this ride and I can't get on it, and it's a bummer. So you settle for Nitro, which is the best ride in the park. If somebody goes, hey, I'm going to Six Flags, I like roller coasters, what should I go on? You say Nitro immediately. You say El Toro, too, because everyone loves a wooden coaster. Everybody fucking loves a wooden coaster, and I don't know why. I do not know why. I'm thinking maybe it's because they don't loop around or go upside down. Like, it's a guarantee that's not going to get too crazy. Maybe it's because a wooden coaster, it puts boundaries on what the ride will do in a way where people feel comfortable with it. But then my friend told me that there are fucking upside down wooden coasters now, so I'm like, I don't know then. I have no idea. If there are upside down wooden coasters, then what the fuck are we? Then I have no idea why people like wooden coasters. Maybe it's just a nostalgia thing. Maybe it's just because a lot of people who are older now went on a wooden coaster as a child. But then again, fucking young kids love wooden coasters too. Maybe it's the ricketiness. Maybe it's that it feels a little bit old, a little bit dangerous. I don't know why, but motherfuckers love wooden coasters. When we went to Coney Island, everybody got on I'm forgetting the fucking name of it. What is the Coney Island wooden coaster? See, this is what happens when you go to Six Flags and you go on fucking 19 rides in a row. Your brain turns to mush and you forget the name of the Coney Island roller coaster. The Cyclone, that's what it is. I didn't even fucking look it up. The Cyclone. The rides are expensive at Coney Island. It's wild how the rides at Coney Island are way more expensive than if you go to Six Flags. Six Flags, the ticket is like $60, I think. And Coney Island, it's $10 for each ride. So if you go on 6 rides, you get fucked. Meanwhile, we spent $60 at Six Flags, and we went on a rainy day, because that's what you do, bro. And that fucked us with Kingdaka in those first 3 years, but for the rest of the park, it's great. What you want to do is you want to go to Six Flags during the week on a day where it's going to be 30% to 50% chance rain, because nobody will go to the park, and it probably won't rain that much. And even if it rains a little bit, they still run the fucking rides. Rides might get delayed. They might shut down a coaster for a couple of minutes. But if you go, like we went on a Thursday, on a day where it was like a 47% chance of rain or a 30% chance of rain, it drizzled. It rained in the park maybe for like 10 minutes throughout the entire day. And every single ride was a 5-minute wait. We probably went on like fucking 17 rides. And we spent $60 and it was awesome as shit. You go to Coney Island on a fucking sunshiny day, you have to wait in line for 45 minutes on every fucking line. Not 45. 30 minutes? It wasn't that long. We weren't waiting that long. Not a lot of people were going on the rides at Coney Island, even though it was 4th of July. Probably because they fucking cost money, dude. Probably because on 4th of July, everyone was going to Coney Island to chill and drink on the beach And then only a couple assholes, me included in that group, was like, hey, dude, go on 3 rides for $30 fucking dollars. Insane. Anyway, what was I talking about? Kingdaka. Everybody loves a wooden coaster. That's what I was talking about. Yeah. We went on the Ferris wheel first. Bunch of people didn't go on. Then we went on the Cyclone, and everybody we were with went on. Everybody was like, what's it? A wooden roller coaster? That's worth 10 fucking bucks. Then after that, we went on a ride called the Thunderbolt, which is a metal coaster that goes upside down. Great ride, very fun time, but nobody went on it. They're like, 10 bucks for that ride? No, dude, it's not made of wood. Is there no ricketiness? Fuck it. Am I not gonna get thrown about like crazy? Fuck it. Maybe it's also the structure of a wooden coaster, because a wooden coaster is never the straps where your feet are hanging. Like, a wooden coaster is never floorless, you know? A wooden coaster is a regular car that you sit in. Maybe it's the familiarity of it. Maybe it's the fact that it looks like a choo-choo train that makes people comfortable. I don't fucking know. Anyway, Kingdaka. There is something to it, because Kingdaka is also a normal car, a normal 2-person car, and maybe it's that. Maybe it's the 2-person car. People like that. It makes people feel comfortable. I don't know. I don't know, but all I know is even when we got off El Toro at Six Flags, some dude coming off the ride was like, "Damn, dude, wooden coasters are the best," and I was like, "Fuck, dude." He's just saying a different version of everybody loves a wooden coaster right now. He's like, man, I love a wooden coaster. Dude, fucking wooden coasters are always the best. I was like, God damn. What is that? What is that universal feeling? But Kingdaka, the first 3 years I went on it, always closed down. And then finally 1 year I went and it was open and we went on and it was fucking amazing. And it was a drizzly day. And I remember we were shocked because the last 3 years we were there, it would always rain or something would happen and the wind or the rain would make the ride close down. Like, even a little drizzle would make the ride close down. And then we went 1 year, this 4th year, and it was raining and they did not close Kingdaka because they worked out the kinks. They made sure that no one would fucking be totally obliterated when they went on this ride. They knew that it was fine, even in the rain. And so we went on and it was fucking amazing. And so this time, I couldn't wait to get my friend to go on Kingdaka. He's been waiting to go on this. Like, literally, he knew about Kingdaka when it came out, but he lived in LA, so this was just a coaster he heard about. This dude fucking watches El Toro Ryan, I think his name is. He watches YouTube videos about roller coasters. Like, my friend is a fucking roller coaster-ass, roller coastery man. He's the coaster king, dude. This is what he lives for. He loves going to finding obscure places, obscure parks, and getting on rides and having a great time. So Kingdaka is like the fucking Mona Lisa, you know? And so we're waiting on line for it. Super short line. Every line is 5 minutes or less. We get up to it, and we both want to go in the front. I'm telling him the front is the best. You want to be in the front for this ride. I think you want to be in front for every ride. He likes to go in the back for certain rides, but I'm like, no, you got to go on the front for every ride. Especially like Kingdaka, because you're going so fucking fast, and it's so insane to go up that high. It's the tallest coaster in the world. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong. I think it's the fastest too. Anyway, but you want to be at the front of that coaster. You want to feel like you're the only motherfucker on that thing. But anyway, we're sitting on it, and as anyway, so we decide that, like, because it's the 3 of us, we decide, like, oh, I've been on it already, so I'll go on it first, and then you guys will go on right after me. So that way we could all sit in the front and have a good time. And I didn't mind riding separately because I had already been on it, so they can share that new experience together. So I get on, the strap goes down, we're locked in, and it moves forward like 2 inches, and then they stop the ride. And they said, Kingdaka will be experiencing temporary delays. Please be patient. If you want to go and wait for another ride, go and wait for another ride. Now, I'm a little bit confused. I'm not quite, like, frightened yet or worried yet, but I'm a little bit like, oh, okay, I guess there's something wrong with the ride, and I'm on it. So I'm like, I guess they'll take me out of the ride now. And instead of taking me out of the ride, they just kept us locked in there for a bit while the people operating the rides are trying to figure out what the hell is going on. And you're looking over, and it starts to set in when they announce that there's delays on the fastest, biggest coaster in the world, and you're still strapped into the front of it, in the station, a few inches forward, you really start to look around and start to look at the employees at the park, and it really starts to set into your brain that, like, oh shit, the people who run these rides are fucking children, dude. We're leaving these monstrous death traps in the hands of fucking 13-year-old boys, dude. 13 to 15-year-old boys are operating machinery that will fucking murder all of us in a Final Destination type fashion, dude. Like, if they didn't catch, I made a lot of mistakes as a fucking child. When I was 15, I fell off my skateboard a lot, When I was a child, I would get boo-boos a lot. I would get scrapes and cuts, and I would fall and hit my head, and I would fucking fuck up all the time, dude. When I first started driving, I probably shouldn't have been given a license, is what I'm telling you. And so I wouldn't have trusted my 15, 16-year-old self to operate machinery like that. But for some reason, until this very moment, was very cool with fucking Timmy operating this machine that might kill me. And now that I'm trapped inside of it and they're talking about a delay, I suddenly become a little bit less comfortable with the fact that Timmy is operating the goddamn ride. So they call a maintenance crew, and this maintenance dude comes over, and this maintenance dude just doesn't give a fuck. This maintenance dude is being paid an amount of money that is good enough for him to not give a fuck. And throughout the day, we saw a couple more maintenance guys. On a different ride, a maintenance dude came over, and they called a second maintenance dude, and both maintenance dudes had the same body shape and the same face. They both had this face. And their body shape was like medium rotund. Not fat, but out of shape and big. And they were both wearing vests and didn't give a fuck. So they probably be getting paid around like fucking, I don't know. They gotta be, you know what I'm talking about. Also maintenance on rides, there's like a big risk factor, and every job that I know that has a big risk factor, you get paid a fucking crazy amount of money. I think. I don't know. I also don't know what I'm talking about, but what I'm saying is the nonchalantness of these men told me that they get paid pretty well. Anyway, the camera's about to go out. I'll see you guys in the next part. What's up? I'm back. So Kingdaka, I'm trapped on it. I'm freaking out a little bit, and these nonchalant maintenance dudes come over, and they start fixing the ride, and they don't say that it's fixed yet. But the train moves back a little bit. It moves back into its starting position, and my two friends are like watching, and I'm like, hey, I hope I don't fucking die on this thing. And they're like, nah, man, you'll be fine. This probably happens all the time. And then so the train starts moving forward, and then it moves forward a couple feet, and they move it back again. And I'm like, what's happening right now? I'm locked into this thing. They've just announced the delay, and now they're moving the ride. Is it ready or is it not? So then they move it back to like its first position in the station, and then they start moving the ride, and we all clap like, hell yeah, it's working. And they bring the car almost to the launch pad, but right before it. And then we sit there right before the launch pad for about a minute. Just sitting, just waiting. And while this is happening, I'm like, is the ride ready to go, or are they just... What are we doing right now? Why are we right before the launch pad? Are we going to be put on it? Is the ride fixed? Will they announce that the ride is fixed? This all seems very suspicious. And after a minute and a half, they pull the ride all the way back into the station, and then they release the bars that lock into you, the safety bars. They release the safety bars, and they go, oh, everyone on the ride can go back into the front of the line and wait for maintenance to finish fixing it. And then I get out and I say to I look at my friends, I'm like, were they just about to like fucking launch me as like a fucking test ride? Were they about to fucking just put us on the launch pad and shoot us up and be like, hey, let's see if these motherfuckers perish or not? Like, like what? Why? What? Why were they moving it? Why did they almost move us to the launch pad? Why did they not just immediately release us from the fucking car, dude? Like, what the hell is going on? Did they need to move us forward a certain amount to bring it back to open the bars up? I don't think that's true. Because on a different ride, some dude just accidentally hit the release while we were sitting there. So I don't think I don't know how these machines work. I can consult one of the 15-year-old boys to find out. But I'm pretty sure they didn't need to move us almost onto the ride and launch us for us to fucking be pulled back and released. I think they legit were like, hey, maybe we should just launch it and see what happens. And then the maintenance dude was like, nah. I feel like what happened was the two fucking 15-year-olds were like, well, let's just fucking launch it and see what happens. And then the other 15-year-old was like, well, what if someone gets hurt? Like, won't we be in trouble? And the other 15-year-old went, wait, that would be on us? Wait, if somebody fucking died, that would be our fault? Fucking take him off the train. Get him off the train right now. Wait for maintenance. Holy shit. Holy shit, Timothy. I did not know that we were on the hook if they fucking died. Why are we working at this park right now? Let's go to fucking Cold Stone. Some kid had an epiphany, had a fucking revelation in that moment. Holy shit, dude. We almost just killed 12 people on this ride. Let's go fucking work at Cold Stone Creamery, dude. Let's go scoop ice cream. There's less stress. Also, dude, one of the girls, there was a fucking child running a different ride, and my friend was like telling her how this is his first time at the park. He's never been in this park, and he's always wanted to go his whole life. And she goes, oh, have you been on Superman yet? And he goes, yeah, we went on, that was the first ride we went on. She goes, oh, okay, yeah, that's the best ride in the park. No, it isn't, dude. No, it isn't. I have not stopped thinking about that since she said it. If you've been to Six Flags Great Adventure, you understand that Superman is not only not the best ride in the park, but it's fucking mid as shit, bro. It's mid as hell, dude. You're seated normally, and then it tilts up, and then you're just crouched flying. Superman doesn't squat while he's flying. Also, Superman's fucking arms don't only go up this far. When Superman flies, he isn't crouched with his arms fucking horizontal. No, he's got his arms all the way fucking forward and his legs straight, and he's flying like a superhero, dude. He doesn't look like some fucking weird abomination that can't move correctly because the fucking seat is locking him into a position that doesn't make any sense for flying. When you're on the fucking ride Superman, you don't feel like Superman. You feel like a dumb fuck who can't fly correctly. You feel like a Kryptonian stepchild who they didn't want to mention because he didn't know how to fucking move correct. I don't even know what that means. All I'm saying is Superman doesn't feel that good. And then you do that fucking reverse spin because of the way you're seated. The first flip, you're like spinning backwards. It's awful, dude. It's awful. I almost fucking blacked out. I got dizzy from it. I hated it. Anyway, it's not that bad of a ride. If you go to Six Flags, you got to go on it. You just got to go on it. You got to hit that coaster. But what I'm saying is for you to say that's the best ride in the park, better than El Toro and Nitro and Kingdaka, are you out of your fucking mind, dude? Nitro is clearly the best ride in the park. And guess what? It was closed down. Couldn't believe it. That was the first time I've ever been to Six Flags and Nitro was not working. And I gotta say, I was very concerned, dude. I was upset for my friend who's wanted to go on that ride for fucking 15 years of his life. And I was just upset in general because I wanted to go on it. And it's never broken. And it made me think like, damn, dude, is there something like fundamentally wrong with this ride? Are they gonna like really, like, when is this? Is it still closed? I should check. I should check. That's fucked, dude. That's so fucked. It's not that fucked. It's a roller coaster. It's all good. We had a great time. I said that's so fucked, like it's, you know, like it's like devastating a child's life. I mean, it is devastating children's lives all across America. Or rather, all across fucking New Jersey. Which, whatever. But it's not as, you know, it's fine. We had a good time at the park. Yeah. Yeah, what the fuck? I wrote something down. Oh. Okay, I got a couple other things to talk about. All right, so I was making this sketch in my hometown. I'll talk about this because I don't think I'm the only person like this. But when I feel this happening to me, I get really upset because I don't want to feel this way, but I feel it so viscerally and so immediately that I'm like, other people have to feel this way as well. Sorry, I was checking how much time is left. I was in my hometown shooting a sketch this week, and we needed fake blood for it. So to make fake blood, if you don't know how to make fake blood, this is how you should do it. There's a lot of recipes online, but unless you need blood to like splatter or spray, you don't need to make it the way half the recipes say. First of all, it's going to come out like way too light, like way too bright or like pale looking. Like it's going to come out fucking not as dark red as you want. And also it's going to be more ingredients and it's going to be a harder mixture to make. If you're just using blood, fake blood to like dress something, to like dress a wound or to like put on the wall or to like smear on something, if it's just blood that you need as blood, all you need is Hershey chocolate syrup and red dye. That's all you need. And you put in red dye and keep mixing it until it looks red enough and dark red enough where it looks like real blood. That's it. That's all you need. So I went to a supermarket to go get red dye. And I'm calling it red dye, right? Not thinking about it. It's in the baking aisle. And I guess technically it's food coloring. I guess it's not really red dye. It's food coloring. But red dye, food coloring, you know what I'm fucking talking about, right? If I'm in the baking section, I go, hey, I need red dye. And the guy goes, you know, if I'm working in that section and someone said I need red dye, I'd be like, oh yeah, we got red food coloring. Or I would just say, oh yeah, here you go. I think it even says on the fucking thing red dye. I'm not sure. I gotta look at the box again. But I'm pretty sure, like, you would just fucking, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, it's funny now as I'm talking about it now, I'm thinking maybe I'm wrong, but we'll see. Anyway, this is what happens. This guy, this fucking old, I don't know if he's Italian, Irish, whatever the fuck, just this old dude, just like yeah, huh? You know the guy who you fucking meet in a store and he doesn't have a family and he's like talks weird and you don't like him? That's him. That's this guy. He's got brown hair. He's not as bald as you would like. He's fucking not quite fat, but not quite thin. And he's just like, oh, yeah, no, well, we got this. You know, just a fucking dude wearing an apron in a store. And you're like, do you have a family? Who are you, dude? Who the fuck are you? Gets you so worked up that you spit on the microphone like I just did. Anyway, I walk up and I say to this guy, because I'm looking around, I can't find red dye. So I go over to this guy, which I usually don't like doing. I don't like asking people for shit because, I don't know, I just like don't want to bother people unless I need to. Also, I don't want them to make me feel like an idiot, because sometimes people make you feel like an idiot and that's annoying because you're just asking them a fucking simple thing. Where is something? Why are you gonna make me feel like a douchebag because I don't know the exact layout of this store? Anyway, I'm already getting angry. I haven't even bring up why this guy made me angry. I go up to him and I say, hey, and I'm in a good mood. I'm with friends. We're about to film a sketch that I think is going to be funny. I'm in a good mood. And I go up to him and I say, hey, Hey, do you have red dye? I know that red dye's in the baking aisle. Like, do you know where it is? And he goes, red dye. And then immediately when he says red dye like that, I mean food coloring. Because immediately in my fucking brain, I go, when he says red dye in that asshole shitty fucking intonation, that fucking awful tone, I just immediately in my brain, I'm like, no, yeah, I know. Okay, I guess it's technically called food coloring. But you know what I mean. Like, you know what I fucking mean. And the way he said it took me back to every motherfucker who's ever been like, well, don't you mean this? You know, you say Star Wars, and they're like, don't you mean Star Trek? Or whatever the fuck. I can't think of a good example. Oh, I like the Big Mac. And someone's like, I don't know. I can't think of a good example. I'm so fucking angry. I can't think of a good example. I'm failing as a podcaster right now because I can't think of a good fucking analogy. I'm wearing glasses. Actually, those are sunglasses. Fuck you. That's a good example. That's a good one, dude. Do you know where my glasses are? Don't you mean your sunglasses? Fuck you, dude. You know what I'm saying. This is another good example. Dude, I'm fucking coming up with the examples right now. The anger is subsiding into fucking information to yell. When I was dating somebody and they said it was midnight, right? And I said, I can't wait to see you tomorrow. And she said, don't you mean today? Fuck off, dude. All of that was combined into this man right now. Every time I've gotten angry from a thing like that was combined into this man right now when he said red dye. And instead of, because in the past I would argue, you know, I'd be like, well, it's tomorrow. Like I would like be annoyed and argue with the person. But I wasn't about to, for some reason, my gut, the years of me dealing with that bullshit, made me have the instinct, the instant gut decision of like, no, don't argue with him about whether it's red dye or not, or whether there's an actual difference. Just go, yeah, a food coloring is what I mean. And so I said, food coloring is what I mean. And he goes, oh yeah, I was going to say, because we don't have red dye in the baking section. Oh my God. Oh, because we don't have red dye in the baking section. Yeah, you do though, dude. It's just called food coloring. You do have it, dude. You have it, bro. Fuck off, dude. I wanted to kill him. I wanted to slit his throat. I wanted to fucking murder him. I wanted to be like, oh, you don't have red dye? Oh, you know what? Why don't I just fucking slit your throat, dude? I want to fucking slit his throat and be like, you know, I'm trying to make fake blood anyway. Why don't I just get the real fucking thing, dude? Just slit his throat, fucking put a bowl underneath it and get real blood. And then my sketch will be authentic as shit, dude. My comedy sketch will have real fucking blood in it. And I felt bad for getting this mad at this man that I don't know at all. This man that probably lives a sad life and doesn't have a family. This man who the only thing he can hold on to is the fact that he knows the difference between red dye and food coloring. Like, I'm getting so mad at this dude, and it's making me upset that I'm so mad at this dude, but I can't help it. But anyway, I go, yeah, okay, well, where is it? And then he goes, we got this one and we got this one. This one's got all different colors in it. It's $4. You're going to want to get that one because the red is $5 and it's just red. And I go, oh, thanks, man. And then he walks away and I take both of them. Because fuck him, dude. Fuck him. I got them both. You know why? Because I'm not going to fight. He was trying to get me to save money. I got enough money for both of them, dude. You think I don't have $10 for both dyes? Also, I don't need the other dyes. Also, I need enough... This motherfucker. Also, don't act like I haven't bought this shit before. I know what it is because I know, and I know where it is because I bought it before. That's what pissed me off too, is I'm like, I know there's red dye in this aisle because I bought food coloring before. And that's also the reason why I knew to call it food coloring when he said red dye. I know what this shit is, bro. I know the sizes it comes in. I know what to fucking buy. And you know what? You need the bigger red one because the smaller red one doesn't have enough red dye in it, motherfucker. And also, what if I want to use it again, you stupid fuck? I'm going to need the giant red dye because that way I can use it fucking again, dude. That way I have a guaranteed amount of enough food coloring to make the blood look red enough, and also I can use it a second or third time if I need to do another sketch with blood, you motherfucker. You're just watching me fully unravel right now. I was so mad at him. And then I felt bad because there's no reason for me to be that mad. And also, he is right. It is food coloring and not red dye. But why does he got to be an asshole about it? Why does he got to make me feel like a dumb fuck? Why does he got to make me answer immediately and correct myself? Imagine if I didn't say, oh, I meant food coloring. Would he have just been like, red dye? We don't have red dye. You know what? You know why I said food coloring immediately? Because I knew I was trying to cut off him going, red dye? I mean... we got food coloring. I was trying to fucking cut that shit off. Because what would have happened was if he said red dye, I mean, we have food coloring, I'd be like, oh yeah, that's what I meant. And then he would go, well, that's not the same as red dye. Red dye is like paint. And then also I would be pissed because I'd be like, that doesn't make any sense. That's not true. Food coloring is red dye. It dyes shit red. Fuck you, dude. I'm so mad at this guy that I don't know at all, and he's probably fine. He's probably a fine dude. I'm getting mad at him, but I don't know. I don't know. But that's, you know what it is? That's what, like that guy doesn't have a family. That guy is alone, and it's because of that. It's because he does shit like that. It's because he's on a fucking date. And she's like, I would love to get like a personal pizza. And he's like, well, you know, personal pizza just is a pizza. There's no reason to call it a personal one because it's just another version of a pizza. And you're like, bro, what the fuck does that even mean? I want to murder you, dude. He's the guy who's like, you're like, can you get me White Castle burgers from the freezer section of CVS? And he's like, that's not actually real White Castle. Those are just microwavable. The real White Castle would be, fuck you. Again, I don't know if any of these are good comparisons or good analogies. What I'm saying is this motherfucker definitely has annoyed people in his life. And I think that's the rage I felt, bro. I felt the rage of every motherfucker who he corrected that did not need to be corrected. Why do people do that, dude? I used to do that. I have, in my life, I have done that where someone's talking about something and then you go, don't you mean this? Because a lot of times this person just misspeaks. So now in my life, instead of correcting somebody, because you just create a weird conflict for no reason, when somebody says, oh yeah, I was watching Star Trek the other night, fucking Anakin Skywalker's so wild. You just go, yeah, he is. Because you know that the person meant Star Wars, and you know that they know it's Star Wars. They just said the wrong thing, dude. And you've already moved on from it, bro. You've already moved on to the next thing. Don't make him feel like an asshole, especially if it's just a normal conversation between you and the guy. Don't make him feel like an asshole. Don't go, oh, you mean Star Wars? Why? What does that do, dude? What does that do? Unless you think the motherfucker really thinks Star Trek is with Anakin Skywalker, then it's a different story. But a lot of times you know whether or not someone's making it just has a slip of the tongue or if they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Or if the thing that they're referring to is almost the same exact thing as the other thing they're talking about. I'm trying to think of a good fucking example. Because now I'm going into drinks in my head, but drinks are not the same. I was going to say red dye and food coloring, and that's like if somebody says, hey, can I get a Bud Light, and you give them a Budweiser, but it's not. It's not the same. Because somebody would get pissed. Bud Light versus Budweiser, people will get annoyed. They might not. Some people might not, but some people will get annoyed. And honestly, it might be a little more justifiable. Anyway, my point is, I'm sorry. That's my point. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry to that guy. I feel bad about my anger. I hate him, and I wanted to kill him, and what he did was annoying, but I still should not have felt that irritated by it. To the point where now I'm talking about it on the podcast and I'm yelling, dude. I'm yelling an amount where if I'm to watch this back, I'll probably think it's like, I'll probably look at myself and be like, dude, you gotta calm down. You need to calm the fuck down. You need to chill out. You need to reassess your life, dude. Because getting that mad at fucking red dye being food coloring and someone correcting you on it is not worth it, dude. It's not worth the energy you're spending on it. Go for a walk. Go exercise for a while, dude. Calm down. Quit eating McDonald's and fucking getting enraged at people. Go for a run and eat a salad, dude. You'll fucking decompress some of that rage. I don't know. Things make me mad, dude. Things make me mad. I got mad walking home the other night because it was like 4 in the morning. It was like 4:30 in the fucking morning. And these two people were outside on a stoop. And it was this man and this woman who clearly wanted to make out. Who clearly like were on the... You ever be on a date and it just goes real late and you keep pushing off the kiss because you're nervous and you just keep pushing it off, keep pushing it off, keep pushing it off, and then it's 4:38. She's standing in front of you while you're sitting on the stoop. She's basically standing in your crotch. You're almost touching, but you're not. And all there is left to do is lean in and make out, and you fucking won't do it, dude. Do it. Oh, I saw these two while I was walking home, and I wanted to scream at them, just fucking kiss, dude. Just kiss. Just do it. Fucking Nike the shit out of your situation, bro. Why are you not making out? It's 4:38. The world is crumbling. It's too fucking late at night, and the world is too fucked for you not to be making out right now when it's so obvious that you want to. There's something so frustrating about seeing two people who clearly like each other not doing something about it. There's something so fucking miserable about it. So shitty about it. And part of me is like, oh, maybe it's like being single and you see two people who clearly want to be with each other, but they won't. That makes you annoyed. But even when I'm with somebody and I'm happy and I'm in a good relationship and I see two other people who want to be together and they aren't for some reason, it still bugs me. It always bugs me. It bugs me no matter what the state of my current situation is. It bugs me. Just fucking kiss the person. What are you afraid of? That they're going to not... That they're going to, like, turn away? Then they turn away and you go, oh, my bad. I thought because it was 4:38 in the morning that this was going to happen, but I guess not. I don't know. Just kiss, bro. Just lean in. Just do it. Just fucking... If you're out with somebody and it reaches if you're... You know what it was too? It wasn't just that it was 4:38 in the morning. It was that you were sitting on your stoop. You were sitting on your stoop. You were at your place. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? It's also hot as shit outside, dude. You probably got an AC unit inside. Go inside. Turn the AC unit on. Get cozy. Get cool. Make out. You're sitting in the heat, sweating, not making the move that she wants you to make. What are we doing, bro? You're foolish, bro. You're acting a fool, dude. Which is a phrase I would never say and have never said before this moment. But you're acting a fool, dude. You're being foolish. I don't know. Just kiss the person, bro. I don't know why I'm getting so fucking worked up. I don't know. I think I've just been frustrated lately, angry lately. I've been just annoyed lately. I don't know. I've been just annoyed. Yeah, people are annoying. You know? People are fucking frustrating and annoying. And you can't choose. You know what it is? You know what's bothering me? How much time do I have left? 30 seconds? I don't think I have time to talk about this. You know what? I will. I'm going to talk a little bit longer. I'm gonna restart the camera, and then I'll talk for a little bit longer. See you guys in a sec. What's up? I'm back. Yeah. I assume those people kissed. I assume they made out. I hope they did. I hope they made out. I hope they went inside. And I hope they're dating now. I hope that's happening. I don't know. Shit like that frustrates me because I've been the guy. I've been that guy who's fucking waiting too long. That's what makes you mad. That's what always makes me mad. Is the fact that I've been in that position, and I'm really yelling at myself. He's me, dude. I've been that fucking dumb shit who's too nervous to make a move that's so clearly obvious that it needs to happen, or that it should happen, or that both parties want it to happen. And then you just don't. You just prolong it. And sometimes you prolong and you wait too long, and then the person's like over it. And then you don't even you miss out on maybe a fun relationship with somebody because you fucking just wouldn't do it, dude. And so I'm mad at him, but I'm mad at me, you know? But yeah, I don't know. I've been frustrated lately because I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to talk about this. There's somebody right now who I am. This is not just. There are other people who definitely have experienced the same fucking thing. You can't control who you like, and that is so frustrating. You can't control who you're interested in. You just can't. And sometimes you're interested in somebody who fucking sucks. Who fucking sucks, dude. And there are things about them that don't suck, that are cool and are likable and are cute and awesome, and there's reasons why you like them, where other people who know them will be like, I love meeting this person. This person's awesome, and you like them so much. And other people like them, and you like them. But also there are other elements that fucking just suck so much. There are other elements where other people, if they knew that parts or know those parts, they're like, oh yeah, stop talking to that person. Because at the end of the day, that person who you like is just gonna fuck up your life. And what's frustrating is they're right. And you know it. That's the thing too, is that throughout your life you like people, and when you're younger you don't understand that the person you like is going to fuck up your life because you haven't had that experience yet. You like people who you can't help but like, and you pursue them, and you collect, you obtain a collection of moments and memories that build into evidence of the fact that that build into like a folder, a file of like things that can happen and things that will happen if a person is a pile of shit. Or if a person is gonna fuck up your shit. I don't know how to put it. Like, as you get older and as you have more relationships and as you like have crushes on people or like people or whatever the fuck, you obtain memories that build into evidence of like, oh, this is how this might go. This is how this will go. Like, oh, this person, I like this person a lot, but they have these certain attributes that means it's going to go poorly. But the thing that never goes away is the fact that you like the person. Does that make any sense? Like you could have bad experiences with 10 different people. But then you still will meet another person and you're going to have the bad experiences again because you can't help who you like. Does this make any sense? I feel like I'm not making any fucking sense. And the only way to not have that happen is for you to stay away from a person who you just like, you know? Like, there's no... You think that when people say that someone is bad for you, you think that there's like going to be some sort of way for you to observe them as bad for you and to be like, oh, that person's bad for me and I completely don't like them anymore. I'm going to stay away from them because they're obviously bad for me. But that's not how it works. When you like somebody and they are bad for you, you see that they are bad for you, but you still unfathomably are like, yeah, but I'm still gonna fucking ask him out. I'm still gonna see if I can make this happen, even though I know it's gonna go bad. Even though I have so much evidence of other times like this, of other people like this in my life, I'm still gonna try, even though I know I shouldn't. Right? Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know if this probably does. I don't know if this makes any sense. I feel like I'm not making any fucking sense. Like, I don't know. There are people who they end up with somebody and they're in love with that person, but there's still somebody else out there who they really like. But who that person was sucked. So they decided the best thing for their life and for their brain and for their existence, which was to stay away from that person who they truly liked and go with somebody who is great, but they don't actually like them as much. But that person has all the other elements that make a good life, that made it the right decision for you to not lose your mind. But that person who chose the other person is settling in some way because it's not the person they really fucking were interested in. Does it make any sense? There's a person right now in my life who became a thing where I was like, I should not be around this person. I should stay away from this person. It's fucking it's not good for me. But then I saw them again. And I was, and immediately my brain was like, you just like this person. Like, the feeling you get in your gut is just isn't the same as what you have for other people. And that feeling in your gut is undeniable and hard to ignore. And that feeling in your gut supersedes so many other things supersedes so many other feelings and thoughts you have about a person, to the point where like a person could not be the greatest for you, but that feeling in your gut will drive you towards them anyway. And so lately, I guess I've been frustrated and annoyed in general because I'm trying to quell that feeling in my gut. And it's hard to ignore your gut. Because your gut's something you should follow a lot of the time. A lot of times, in my experience, you got to follow your gut. It's good to follow your gut. It's good to follow your instincts. But sometimes you need to fucking chop your instincts off and stomp them out and make sure that they don't drive you towards something that will not benefit you in any reasonable way. And so I guess I don't know. I've just been frustrated lately because I'm realizing you should follow your gut until you shouldn't. And it's hard to find that moment when you shouldn't, but I think recently I have. And this person that I'm talking about, I should stay away from. But at the same time, in my brain, in my gut goes, yeah, but you could fall in love with her, dude. But the love that you would fall in with this person could be life-destroying, dude. And you shouldn't do it. You just shouldn't. It could derail your entire life. It could just be a huge time sink that doesn't lead to anything actually good. But also, your gut is saying, but it could lead to the fucking coolest love of my life. And I think that gut feeling I need to tell to shut the fuck up. I think that's what I need to do. I think sometimes you need to tell your gut to shut the fuck up. And that's why I've been frustrated lately. Is that I've been fighting with my own gut. I've been battling my own gut on a daily basis. On a weekly basis, I should say. Yeah, so don't listen to your gut. Unless you should. Don't listen to your gut unless you should. I don't know. I hope something made sense there. If you are feeling like very interested in somebody that has all the marks of a bad experience you've had before, fucking recognize the bad experience you had before and tell your gut to shut the fuck up, and don't pursue a lady who is gonna fucking ruin your time. It's gonna eat your time. Don't pursue a lady, a man, whatever, a person who sometimes you gotta ignore that feeling. Sometimes you gotta ignore the fact that you are fucking into somebody. Because also a lot of times, I don't know. But some people, whatever. People want what they can't have, you know? I mean, part of this thing is like the person I'm interested in, I'm pretty sure is with somebody else, but she's not, but she won't tell me that. And that fucking sucks too. Dude, why do people do that? I've had too many experiences in my life with people in relationships who are trying to they're trying to have their cake and eat it too. And every time it's somebody who I'm really into and I have a connection with, but it's like, but they're with somebody else, bro. So stop talking to this fucking person. And I've never house wrecked. I've never ruined a relationship. Anytime I've been talking to somebody where I find out they have a boyfriend, I then go, hey, nothing is going to happen. But then that's why it's frustrating when somebody purposely will not tell me about it. Bro, one time somebody I liked, who liked me as well, literally did not mention their boyfriend until they broke up. We never crossed any lines, but we were very close and we liked each other a lot. And then suddenly one day they were like, yeah, I broke up with my boyfriend. And I was like, you had a boyfriend? And they were like, oh yeah, you didn't know that? I thought I told you about him. And I was like, nope. So yeah, dude, stay away from motherfuckers who are trying to have their cake and eat it too. Okay? People are greedy as shit. And if someone is like, if somebody is flirting with you and they seem like they like you, but they got something else going on and they're being cagey about it or weird about it, that's a toxic fucking situation. And you need to get the fuck away from it. And I know it's difficult, bro. Trust me, dude. When you like somebody, you like somebody. Like I said, when your gut is moving towards somebody, it's moving towards somebody. But if they're being fucking cagey and weird and toxic and mischievous, stay away, dude. Find a normal ass lady on Hinge, bro. Start swiping. Find a girl who eats ice cream and lives a normal life and just fucking fall in love there, dude. I don't know. Follow your gut, dude, but don't. That's all I gotta say. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I've talked a lot on this podcast, this whole last third portion. I don't know if it's made a single bit of sense, but I'm very sweaty, and the more I talk, the more I feel like I'm becoming incoherent. So I'm going to stop the podcast for this week. We got another episode coming out Thursday. Yeah, thank you guys for listening. Next Dads Like Ducks is August 5th. Brooklyn Comedy Collective, 7 p.m., 6:30 doors. come early because the show's going to start right at 7. Yeah, I had a great time. I love you guys. Thank you for listening. As always, I love you guys, and I'll see you next week.
Jake, you're an idiot. Jake, you don't make any sense. Jake, you're a piece of shit. A piece of shit.